You go to the fourth tab, Activity, and you click on the activity, and up pops this worksheet. And like I said, you may have already done this and submitted it, but I would like you to pull it up now if you could. And just let me know when you've gotten it. If you could just write in the chat. Great. Great, Caitlin. How about you, Nyla? Okay, have you guys completed this yet or not? You have completed it? Okay. No, Nyla? Okay. So, Caitlin, what you're going to do is just go over this and make sure that it's done to the best of your ability. And if you can add or subtract, please do so. Nyla, you're just going to fill this out in full. And so one of the things when you're going to write creatively, it's like, wow, I don't know where to begin. What do I write about? And what I would suggest is that you think of something that's happened in your life, some sort of conflict, and you can use that for this story. It could be as simple as, stop sharing for a second. It could be as simple as an argument with a friend, and that could be the entire basis for your story. And a lot of times, it's hard to kind of come up with an idea out of your imagination. I mean, probably Edgar Allan Poe came up with that idea out of his imagination, but certainly he had some demons within his life. And so you want to try to think of something that happened to you, if you're having trouble coming up with an idea, that is, and base the story upon that. So again, if we look at the planning fiction worksheet, you're going to jot down these ideas here, and this is kind of setting you up to write your short story, and it's all a nice graphic organizer for it. Who are the characters in your story? What is the problem or conflict with the main character faces? Where and when would the story take place? My dog's giving me a trouble. And you don't have to use the accurate names of, you can protect the anonymity of the people in your life by just changing the names and also maybe the appearance of the characters. You can fictionalize what they look like. You can have that be different from what they actually look like. And then you flesh out the story's main character by listing these attributes. And other things to think about. Are you going to be writing this story from the point of view of the main character? Or are you going to have a narrator and write it from third person? If you're writing with I, that's in first person. Or you could write he, she, they, which is third person. So you want to think about that. You also want to think about verb tense, like, are you going to use present tense or past tense? But for the purpose of this worksheet, you want to answer these following questions about your main character. And then you get into these components, which we just talked about. The conflict. What's the conflict? What are the events, the rising action events that lead up to the climax, the turning point of the story, after which nothing is the same anymore? And then what is the resolution? And then you can list the background information about the characters so that we can understand the story's conflict. What sensory details would help? Sensory details have to do with sight, sound, touch, smell, and hearing. And if you're writing, if you talk about the senses, that's sensory writing. What's the most interesting detail about your character? And write a sentence that explains your story's conflict. So that is this worksheet. Now I want to give you until 2:40, which is about 7 minutes, to work on your worksheet. And then we will come back together. And if you have any questions, please ask or put them in the chat. If you've already finished, like I said, it's just fine tuning.